trouble, you're gonna see that your words are dangerous, your talk is cheap. I'm standing here, still standing here. Don't question my heart, still standing here. Don't question the fire that burns inside.
Everyone, and welcome to another edition of ECCW. We're live here in the beautiful city of Dayton, Ohio. I am your host, Drum Sammy, as always, is Garrett. And Garrett, fresh out the gifts of what happened to the Universal Barely Legal, we're ready for this night.
So that was a huge pay-per-view, the first ECCW pay-per-view with that controversial ending to the number one contender steel cage match.
Absolutely, and here comes one of the guys that has to be ticked off because of what happened at Barely Legal. Here comes Wade Barrett.
Well, you know, personally, I thought that I saw Barrett's feet hit the floor first. I mean, for one, he has the height advantage, so that already shows that there's a much better chance that he got to the floor before Regal did.
Yeah, probably so, but what Ocean Jack, Poison Me, and I saw, what we all saw was that both their feet landed on the floor at the same time. And I have to admit, I think William Regal, has the best. I think William Regal should have been the number one contender. I thought that he won the matchup.
Really, I mean, we've been looking over that footage for the past week now, trying to figure out whose feet hit the floor first.
Oh boy, folks!
William Regal headed to the ring. You know, apart from the controversial ending of that match, I mean, the steel cage match should have had a winner. It was a brutal, brutal match. I believe both men were bleeding at the end of that match.
It should have had a winner, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think William Regal won the matchup.
You know, I really think Wade Barrett had the height advantage. He's got the speed advantage because he's younger. I really think that he got off that cage first.
Baby. Uh-oh!
Here comes the ECCW World Heavyweight Champion, Batista.
You can feel much back. He's going to have something to say about it. My goodness. Batista, who went through hell, faced off against Mr. Kennedy.
Well, I mean, Batista had manhandled Kennedy. He is unstoppable as the world champion. Either of these men going up against him is kind of a joke.
Yeah. Whoa! Batista wants to take them both on!
Well, I know he thinks that he could definitely beat both of them with a hand tied behind his back.
Oh my goodness! What a bombshell! He's gonna take them both on!
And
Oh no!
Michael Cole is great.
Ooh, well, you heard from Michael Cole. It's gonna be a triple threat match. He ain't done yet. Oh boy. What a bombshell of an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up later on this evening, I gotta ask this question. I don't think Wade Barrett and Batista could work as a team. Well, wait a minute!
Well, it looks like they're working as a team right now. We got the tag match in the main event, Beat the Clock Challenge next week. Tag match, playa.
Oh my god. Who are you, Teddy Long?
Well, it certainly feels as though Michael Cole is. These two having a big stare-off. These two have to work as a team. The Beat the Clock winner chooses a stipulation at Night of Champions Extreme Rules. Now, I mean, what stipulation do you think these guys are going to pick?
That is a very interesting question. Hold on. We got to go back to the locker room. Alex Riley, who had a very successful title defense at Barely Legal, defeating Evan O'Shea. That matchup went back and forth. Ooh. Well, Garrett, looks like tonight we're going to see Alex Riley taking Justin Gabriel to school.
We got a chairs match on our hands, and I mean, Justin Gabriel getting called a geek by Alex Riley, and I really think it's true. You put a chair in the hands of Alex Riley, who has the pure strength advantage over Justin Gabriel, it doesn't sound pretty, does it?
Well, when I was in school, I've been known to be called a geek, but that's beside the point. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next tag team matchup right here.
Got Justin Gabriel and Evan O'Shea going up against Alex Riley and Rojo, Mexico. You know, people saying that Riley is just a bully, I call it confidence.
Wait, whoa. Alex Riley is a bully, for crying out loud. He thinks he's better than everyone else.
Well, I think he is better than everybody else. I mean, think about it. Why else is he a European champion on ECCW?
He lies, he cheats, he steals.
Hey.
He's making Eddie Guerrero turn over in his way.
If I'm not mistaken, he won that European Championship in a tournament. We may fault some of his defenses as the champion, but like it or not, he's champion, and he's here to stay champion.
I just understand, you got value for him. Getting a tie is one thing, even if it's a different score. I just think that Alex Riley would have done a better job, in my opinion. And you see, this is what I'm talking about, Gary. Riley used to help beat this guy that we're going to see come out here in just a few minutes, Evan O'Shea.
My question is, how did Evan O'Shea even win or deserve that #1 contender spot? As far as I'm concerned, he debuted on ECCW, and then he just automatically became the European Championship contender. I mean, Alex Riley deserves better competition than this 90-pound looking kid who's been all over cars.
Oh boy, Evan O'Shea is ready for a fight here, ladies and gentlemen. I know Evan O'Shea has to be a little bit disappointed that he didn't win at Barely Legal, but he got to put it behind him bigger and better things.
Evan O'Shea has to put that loss behind him and try and get a big win here with El Rojo in this tag match tonight.
And Evan O'Shea, like I said, Evan O'Shea came so close to being the European champion. He had his chance. Here comes the guy that's going to have his chance coming up. Here comes Justin Gabriel.
Yeah, but the point is, he got his chance, he almost won, but the fact is he didn't win, and I don't think he can win.
Oh boy. Man, sometimes we're not going to hear the end of that one anytime soon. Justin Gabriel, who, ladies and gentlemen, at the Night of Champions Extreme Rules, is going to be involved in a chairs match against Alex Riley for the European title.
Well, that's huge. I mean, a chairs match definitely favors Alex Riley, in my opinion, as he does have a lot more strength, and those chair shots are going to pack far more of a wallop.
Maybe so, but Justin Gabriel does have speed. As long as you have speed and use it to your advantage, you win. And right now, Evan O'Shea and El Rojo Mexico starting this match off.
Well, you got to think of all the chair-based moves that you can use with a chair. There's, you know, triple jump moonsault, Van Daminator, skateboard. It can be used just as good as any other weapon in the ring.
You got a value point right now, Evan O'Shea, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, nice job right there by El Rojo Mexico. Now, Evan O'Shea goes behind. No, wait a minute, El Rojo Mexico now. And now, Evan O'Shea once again. This thing is going back and forth. You know, I gotta admit, El Rojo Mexico, you know, he was a four-time TV champion. He lost at WrestleMania to Sin Cara, and he's in some kind of slump.
Well, I mean, he's definitely getting a win over Justin Gabriel, over somebody like Evan O'Shea or Alex Riley. I mean, if he gets that win tonight, it'll propel him further in the European Championship rankings, and if he can win not just the television title and get another title, that says so much more that he's held two different titles.
Probably so. And right now, El Rojo Mexico in full control, and there's the tag, and this is what the future of a Night of Champions may possibly be.
Well, I really think that doesn't matter what the stipulation is, it's going to favor Riley, maybe with the exception of a ladder match. You know, it isn't a ladder match, it is a chairs match.
Well, you got a bad point. I've seen my share of chairs matches. Those chairs matches can be brutal, folks.
Even more brutal sometimes than a tables match. I mean, think about it. You only have to put somebody through the table once. You can keep putting somebody and hitting somebody with a chair 100 times before the match is over.
Absolutely. And right now, Alex Riley, ooh, he's in full control so far, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, a table can put you out, but a chair's going to wear you down and then put you out.
Absolutely.
Big drop kick from Alex Riley there, picking Justin Gabriel up.
Ooh, good block right there. You know, that's the big difference between a chairs match and a table match. See, in a table match, you know, like you said, you go through a table, you know, the pain might be, you know, last for a short while, but you'll get back up. On the other hand, you keep on getting hit with the chair after chair after chair. Eventually, it's gonna take its toll.
Did you see that huge spine buster from Alex Riley now hitting Evan O'Shea down?
I tell you what, right now, Justin Gabriel trying to get right back in it, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're about to get ready to see some tag team work, I do believe.
Huge Shinaroo.
Justin Gabriel's in full control, ladies and gentlemen. And
shades of Brian Kendrick.
We got the referee wasn't even paying attention.
El Rojo, I think he was distracting the ref there. I mean, that was definitely a 2 count if you were counting at home.
Absolutely. And Evan O'Shea, time for some tag team work.
It's good to see when you see 4 singles competitors going up in a tag match that they use some maneuvers together. It definitely shows that they're very diverse as wrestlers and they're able to work together.
You got a value point, and right now, Evan O'Shea now going one-on-one with El Rojo Mexico.
Both these guys, very good high flyers. Both these guys, you know, very talented in their own right. You go anywhere in CAW and you're going to see them. They're very talented and they've held a lot of gold.
Absolutely. I mean, Evan O'Shea, for one, you know, he's a very talented kid. He's very technical.
An extremely technical wrestler is Evan O'Shea. I mean, he's got submissions in that arsenal, very powerful grapple moves. He can high fly. He's just about talented in anywhere, but such is the case with El Rojo Mexico as well.
You got a valiant point right now, Evan O'Shea and Justin Gabriel. Time for some more tag team work. Ooh, nicely done. Now Justin Gabriel now all over El Rojo Mexico. Oh, wait a minute.
He's going for that huge center calf kick, but it was reversed by El Rojo Mexico, and then back into that big Manhattan drop, that big atomic drop by Justin.
I tell you what, that damn it, El Rojo Mexico, he uses his moves to ground his opponent. whenever he goes up in the air.
Well, that
So you gotta
definitely
hang
grounded
on.
Justin Gabriel there. Alex Riley getting the tag in, and here we go, another preview for Night of Champions Extreme Rules.
I mean, can you imagine how dangerous the matchup is going to be between these two in that chairs match?
Well, I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm sure Alex Riley is pretty smart. He knows about 100 different ways he can hurt you with that chair.
Whoa! What a move right there by Alex Riley. We got a pin, folks.
Huge.
Dazed and confused.
Huge, painful-looking flapjack. That is one of the better moves in Alex Riley's arsenal. Kick caught by... Oh, did you hear that kick?
Boy, I tell you what, that's enough to batter anyone's brain cells. And now we're getting ready to see some more tag team work.
This huge assisted cross-body Evan O'Shea. Really, they're working a lot better as a tag team. That big Hurricane Rana from Evan O'Shea. I mean...
Evan O'Shea might be calling for it.
Evan O'Shea's picking up the pace. Could this be the Shea Slayer? No. Reverse DDT from Alex Riley.
Oh my goodness. And now A-Rod now. Oh no.
Huge whip into the corner. And picking him up for a backbreaker. Riley really needs to get that tag.
Exactly. Now A-Rod working on Evan O'Shea. Evan O'Shea is in trouble right now, folks.
Now we're seeing a bit of tag team work on the part of these two, which we haven't seen a lot in this match.
Yep. Ooh, nicely done by El Rojo. Now El Rojo. Now I'm pretty sure he has dreams of catching up with trying to get back his matchup with Sin Cara sometime soon.
Well, I know he definitely wants to get that television championship shot again, but you know, I think he's kind of got to work his way back in line, starting with a big win here tonight.
Yeah, meanwhile the referee needs to gain back control of this matchup.
Look at this.
Oh,
that's a huge drop kick.
And now, wait a minute, look at this. Evan O'Shea now.
I think El Rojo feels very, very embarrassed by that loss, and he doesn't want to be embarrassed again by Sin Cara. I mean, can you imagine losing like that twice in a row to Sin Cara?
You got a very valuable point, Gary. And right now, all 4 men are in the ring, folks. Referee lost control of this one.
It's breaking out to pandemonium. I mean, even Evan O'Shea hitting the ref. He's just kind of sweeping legs all over the place.
Referee needs to gain back control. Ooh, nicely done by El Rojo.
If they aren't careful, we're going to see a disqualification in this match.
We got
pin.
one. We got two. Ooh, nice job breaking up that count by Justin Gabriel.
Broken up by Justin Gabriel.
And ladies and gentlemen, this thing. Wait a minute. Ooh, nicely done. Referee needs to gain back control of this one. And now Evan O'Shea now.
Yes, we got the hot tag.
Here we go. Wait a minute.
Blocked already by El Rojo. El Rojo had him extremely well scouted, but now Gabriel reversing into that takedown. Kick reversed. Oh, huge enziguri.
Yeah, now El Rojo needs to make a tag. And here comes Alex Riley. Alex Riley, who looking pretty much back, is still sore. And now, Evan O'Shea trying to help out his partner there. Justin Gabriel, dazed and confused. He needs to make a tag.
Definitely.
Is it time for your dismiss? No, wait a minute.
Huge DDT. Justin Gabriel, huge moonsault press. I should say shooting star press, followed by the 450 splash. This is the opening that Justin Gabriel may need.
We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. The match is over.
Could that be what we see in the chairs match at Night of Champions Extreme Rules? I mean, Gabriel has pinned the European champion Alex Riley.
I tell you what, I think this is what Alex Riley gets for shooting his mouth off the stone. That's the thing, and make sure you catch your chicks before they hatch. Apparently when Alex Riley opened his mouth and said that he was going to take Justin Gabriel's food, I think Justin Gabriel just showed us who's been paying attention and who's been shooting their mouth off. I mean, this was just completely unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Gabriel and O'Shea turned it on, and they turned it around, and this matchup was over. Evan O'Shea, who hit El Rojo, and so there'll be no distraction. Good victory by Gabriel and O'Shea. Good victory.
They're celebrating on their way out of the ring. Big win from Justin Gabriel and Evan O'Shea. But you got to think there's some animosity between these two. Both men seeking the European Championship here on ECCW.
And very, very rightfully so. What a great way to open up ECCW.
This very impressive match showing off our best talent.
Hold on, folks. Uh-oh. Oh!
I'm the boogeyman, and I'm coming to get ya!
This is Last Resort all over again.
Deja vu. That's all I gotta say. Heath Slater has to be scared to death.
Boogeyman. Well, yeah, Boogeyman's an intimidating dude. I mean, I don't blame him at all.
No. What's so bad? Heath Slater got a match coming up against Vito.
Vito, if I'm not mistaken, making his debut here on ECCW, which is, if I'm mistaken, he made his debut on Raw. Still fantastic to see Vito here again. I was always a big fan. He had lost to R-Truth. Can Heath Slater take that momentum and get one of his first wins in ECCW, nay, in WEDF?
Man, also, he did the man, also, Slater has to be scared to death of the Boogeyman.
Well, I mean, Boogeyman could definitely play a factor in this. I mean, as if it's not bad enough that Heath Slater has not won a match yet in WEDF, he's got the Boogeyman on his back.
And here we go, folks. The man who's bold enough to well-dressed.
Well, it definitely shows a lot of courage on the part of this guy. I mean, he's from Milan. That's where they make some of the best dresses in the world, and he's very proud of where he's from.
Vito making his way on down here. He walks into local bars with that dress on.
Can you imagine some of the looks he gets? I mean,
he just walks in and just goes to the bar to dress. I mean, I guess, hey, don't be ashamed of it.
well, he's kind of flaunting it. I mean, this is, I don't get it, but at the same time, I do. I mean, we have a man wearing a dress. Like, I get he's proud, but he's wearing a dress to the ring. This guy's being a goof. He's gonna wrestle in the dress? I didn't know he was gonna wrestle in this thing.
So, Roddy Piper wears a kilt. I mean, we don't have anything to say about him.
Yeah, Ric Flair walks to a match in a robe. I mean, both these men are complete goofs, but which one is the bigger goof, in my opinion? I gotta say Heath Slater.
Wait a minute, I wouldn't necessarily call them goofs.
These guys are a disgrace to our company. I mean, we got a man in a dress wrestling, and we got a man who's afraid of the Boogeyman and hasn't won a match yet.
Okay, you would be afraid of the Boogeyman too if he tries to get you to eat worms.
Hey, I'm sure worms are part of a healthy diet, I'm sure. This guy's not nearly as scary as Heath Slater's making him out to be. I mean, for one, Heath Slater, how has he not been fired yet? Why is the Boogeyman even going after him? John Laurinaitis should be going after Heath Slater. He should be pink slipping the kid.
What? Right now, Vito is in full control, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, oh, wait a minute. Ooh, nicely done right there. Now Heath Slater in full control. He needs a victory real bad.
Well,
He needs a victory like a crackhead needs a crack. This guy needs a victory.
Well, I think if he's gonna get a win over anybody, it's this goof. I mean, he just needs to tear the dress off, and Vito will get out of the ring embarrassed. He'll get the countout win.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, Vito now. Vito and Heath Slater getting it on right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we really gonna see this table come into play? I mean, come on.
This is just completely unbelievable. Vito, they're fine over here on the side of us. I like to get up close and personal with the action. Whoa! What? Did you see the way how he threw him into those steps?
Yeah, that was very hard impact. I mean, think about this. Think about the finishes of these two guys. You got Heath Slater, who uses sweetness, which is just basically grabbing the guy by the chin from behind and throwing him down. I mean, from what I understand, Vito's wearing a thong. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. The guy also uses a DDT as his finish with Sicilian Slice. Who uses a DDT?
Jake the Snake Roberts, Danny Jackpot,
yeah, Tommy Dreamer, Raven, I get. But that's just kind of the bottom of the barrel for finishes. I mean, do you really think you're gonna try and finish somebody off with a DDT?
Oh, Vito now. Ooh, nicely done. I tell you, I mean, Vito, he's a tough competitor. I mean, he was a tough competitor in WCW as Big Vito.
Yeah, but he's wearing a dress, and he hung out with goofs like Nunzio.
But still, he's very talented. It doesn't matter. Wait a minute. First of all, it doesn't matter what he wears coming out to the ring. All that matters how he does in the ring.
Got that big half Nelson bulldog, followed by the leg drop, followed up, and now we got a pin.
1, 2, and a kick out.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how tough you are. The guy's wearing a dress. Come on. I mean.
Oh, wait a minute.
Heath Slater with a reversal.
Ooh, nice DDT. Oh, wait a minute.
Are you trying to say that could have finished the match? Wait, we got Boogeyman on his way to the ring. I mean. This
Boogeyman is making his way down here. Heath Slater has to be scared to death.
Heath Slater just better get to running. I mean, look at the Boogeyman. He found the weakest person on our roster and then started picking on it.
Oh my goodness. I think Heath Slater has to be so terrified he can't move. This be a nail to the ring.
He's definitely shaking. Look at this big Vito back up.
And
oh, wait.
Vito!
Could this be...
Oh!
Big DDT. I mean, come on.
That has to be it, folks. We got a 1, we got 2, we got 3. Match over.
Guess when you're facing somebody like Heath Slater, all it really does take is the DDT. The Dress Man getting the win here tonight. I mean...
Yeah. Well, Vito got this victory. You know what they say? Everybody's crazy. That's not for this man.
Well, maybe if that man's dressed in a suit, but he's wearing a Gucci dress or a dress from Milan, Italy. I mean, who wrestles in that kind of garbage?
Either way it goes, Garrett, the only thing that matters is Vito won this matchup. Doesn't matter how pretty or how ugly it can be, Vito won. That's all that counts.
The guy wearing a dress beat the guy who's never won a match with help from the guy who eats worms and wears face paint. This is an absolute circus here on ECCW.
Yeah, and the general manager's the wing leader.
We got Brodus Clay in action too later. Don't forget about that. I mean, him and the Grish. There you have it. You know, I think Mr. Kennedy and Alberto Del Rio would make a really good tag team.
And we were speaking about Brodus Clay. Speaking of Brodus Clay,
and
here we go.
This guy's got all the sex appeal of Viscera and Bastion Booger combined.
And I think I'm blinded by his entrance.
Definitely the funkiest member of the ECCW roster. I mean, he tries tries to have a dance competition with certain people every week, and he just ends up squashing them.
Someone better call your mama, Gary. They should be funky up here. Better call your mama, Gary, because it's about to get funky.
I really hope she's not watching this entrance right now, because, you know, I think for a lot of people this is really hard to watch. This 350-pound man in spandex.
Oh, come on now, Gary. You make it sound like a bad thing. But it doesn't matter whatever it is that he wears. All he does is what he can do in the ring.
Well, let's see what he can do in the ring again tonight against David Otunga.
Oh boy.
Maybe it's... No, it's Michael McGillicutty.
I still say, oh boy.
Definitely, it's a rematch, and you know, I think, you know, you had McGillicutty and Heath Slater talking in the ring before the Boogeyman came up. Who do you think is going to do... I mean, McGillicutty won in this rematch. Do you think he has any kind of chance over Brodus Clay?
No.
You know, I like this kid, I like his lineage, I like, you know, just about everything about this guy, but he really needs this win.
Well, obviously, I mean, he's supposed to be the son of Mr. Perfect.
Well, I mean, he's far from perfect here on ECCW, and I think just needs a chance to get there.
Yeah. Boogeyman now. Well, so much for dancing. Time to go to the action. He's trying to dance his way out of this, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go now. And, oh my goodness, left shot. And now, Brodus Clay. Oh, nice.
For a big player from Brodus Clay. Michael McGillicutty getting shot over the ropes by Brodus Clay.
Oh my goodness. And now Michael McGillicutty, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get back in full control. Michael McGillicutty, I tell you what, the Bush is upset at Wingstein. And now Brodus Clay now. And oh my goodness, what
big
hits back
shot.
there.
And now Brodus Clay starting to dance even more. Michael McGillicutty not having any of it.
You know, it's a shame. It's a shame that we don't have the late great Dick Clark here. Otherwise, he would have been hosting. He would like this matchup and call it America's Bandstand, American Bandstand.
Definitely. I mean, you got to see the moves on display. Dancing by Brodus Clay.
And now Brodus Clay now throwing Michael McGillicutty up against the ropes. And oh my goodness, what a sidewalk slam! I think that was a sidewalk slam.
Going for that big chop, Brodus Clay. And look at this. Michael McGillicutty shot off the ropes and gets bumped into the huge Brodus Clay.
And again, Michael McGillicutty trying to knock him down.
They say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Well, I think McGillicutty was the one who fell hardest there after hitting the brick wall that is Brodus Clay.
Yep. Now Michael McGillicutty is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
This huge splash.
That might be it, folks. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Get a spatula, because we need to get him out of that ring.
I don't know why he even asked for this rematch. That was an absolute squash on the part of the Funkasaurus.
Literally. That was, I mean, you said that was a squash. That was a squash.
Oh, he definitely got a squash.
My goodness, what a victory for Brodus Clay.
The Grish and the Funkasaurus. The Funk Man.
A new member?
You're telling me that this duo of goofs is going to become a trio?
Hey, it could happen. Who could it be? That is the key question.
This is... I can only imagine that it's somebody like Scotty Too Hottie to join this group of goofs. I mean, what's going on here on ECCW? You're getting all the weirdos over here. You don't see nearly as many weird people on SmackDown.
Michael Cole obviously not too happy about what happened at Barely Legal. Well, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at to ECCW.
And I quote.
Oh no.
And I quote. Michael Cole.
Oh no.
Michael
The best
Cole
wrestling
is
theme
great.
since David
Michael
Flair.
Cole is really a great
I have
person.
to disagree with this.
Show
one.
some respect.
This gotta be the worst general
Michael
manager in
Cole,
sports.
he really is a nice person.
I can't think of anybody, maybe with the exception of special guest general managers, that could possibly be worse than Michael Cole.
Cole. Cole. Cole. Cole.
But this is gonna be interesting, folks. What does Michael Cole have to say?
Gotta be kidding me.
Wait a minute. What is Michael Cole talking about? Ooh. He just insulted a league like that?
Insulted multiple leagues like that.
Mm-hmm. Man, come on now, Cole. I mean, you gotta have more respect for a league than just bad-mouthing them. I mean, RCW and ACW, they're very good leagues. What, Michael Cole? Wait a minute. What's Michael Cole talking about? He's gonna try to tame Wu-Tang Man?
Michael Cole saying that Wu-Tang Man has disrespected him, and, you know, people saying that Cole is just evil.
This is just ridiculous. Uh-oh! I know that song anywhere! Jim Ross! Good old JR!
Look at this. This is fantastic. Cole can't believe it.
Good old JR is here on ECCW.
Never thought I'd see him in the likes of somewhere like here.
Great. Let the name calling begin. And JR is right. Michael Cole is the biggest embarrassment in this company. Whoa! What a bombshell from Jim Ross.
Jim Ross doesn't know his talent. He's been a talent coordinator in the past, for sure.
Absolutely. Gotta give Jim Ross credit. He does know talent.
Jim Ross is head of talent relations here in WEDF. He was the one who brought Wu-Tang Man here.
Oh, now that's the biggest joke in the world. Oh, now Michael Cole insulting the WEDF universe. It's like, you tell him, Jim.
Honestly, the Nexus thing was definitely overdone.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Definitely a lot of broken kayfabe going on right here, right now.
Not just that, I think we built the fourth wall. Whoa!
That is huge.
But Michael Cole is saying no.
Jim Ross wants a match here.
Oh my goodness! Ladies
Next
and gentlemen!
week.
Oh! Next episode, Michael Cole versus Jim Ross.
And we got that huge Beat the Clock challenge. I am so excited for next week's ECCW.
And again, the new general manager next week.
Michael
You
Cole.
can bet on that. Michael Cole has no chance in this match.
Michael Cole.
We're getting a new
Really
general
a great
manager next
person.
week.
Show some respect.
This could be the last week of ECCW with Michael Cole as the general manager.
And that might be a good thing.
Michael Cole. Cole.
What an announcement.
Cole.
What a bombshell of an announcement. Next episode just keeps on getting better and better.
Looks like it's going to be one of the best episodes of ECCW that I've seen in a long, long time.
And here we go with the next match for the night, folks. Mr. Kennedy has to be a little bit disappointed over his performance at Barely Legal.
We got-
He's so close to beating Batista.
We got the main event time, that tag match player. We got Mr. Kennedy and William Regal going up against Wade Barrett and Batista.
Okay, first of all, let's get something straight here, alright? My name is ECCW. Last time I checked, my last name is not Slater. Second, I think that the question has to be asked. I mean, does Wade Barrett and Batista really see eye to eye? I mean, we saw it earlier, but it's time to put the belt right now.
I wasn't saying your last name was Player, I'm saying your first name was Playa. You're Playa Carter.
What the hell? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kennedy is ready for this match, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mr. Kennedy, another question has to be asked. Does Mr. Kennedy really Regal see eye to eye? Because I remember mentioning Mr. Kennedy wants another shot at Batista.
Well, I know Wade Barrett and Batista see more eye to eye than these two, and they have the size advantage on top of everything.
And here comes William Regal.
One of the biggest names on ECCW right now, definitely worthy to hold that world championship.
Mr. Kennedy was a two-time world champion. William Regal, ladies and gentlemen, in case you just tune in, William Regal, Wade Barrett, and Batista, they're going to do battle at Night of Champions Extreme Rules in a triple threat match.
Not
We
only
don't
that,
know the stipulation because we're going to find that out next episode in the Beat the Clock match.
which is fantastic. It's great to see some Beat the Clock challenge on ECCW. And I mean, you got to think who's the faster worker. I mean, I really think that William Regal could definitely make somebody tap out in a matter of seconds.
And here comes Wade Barrett to make the round down here. I gotta ask this. Are William Regal and Wade Barrett even at 100% for this one? That was a hellacious match they went through.
They were
Barely Legal.
busted open, thrown into that cage. brass knuckles were used. I mean, every move in their arsenal was definitely put on display.
I mean, both men, they went hell. Literally, they went hell. Only for that match at the end in a draw.
That was the closest I've ever seen to hell in an ECCW match. I mean, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen. And, you know, what a way, one of the best events that I've seen on our first pay-per-view of all events.
Yep, and here comes the ECCW champion, the Animal Batista, who has been unstoppable.
Well, I mean, there's a reason he's holding that belt as we speak. He kind of just went through Mr. Kennedy like it was nothing. An excellent match between the two in our main event of our first click-per-view, Barely Legal, and what a better way to prove his dominance than, you know, defending that championship in a main event.
Absolutely. And Batista set away for this one, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a wonderful night here for ECCW. What a major main event we're about to get ready to see here in a few minutes. Batista set away for this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be so awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because I think the Animal is about to be unleashed.
Well, I mean, definitely Wade, Barrett, and Batista. What a team that would be. I mean, can you imagine them going up together for the tag titles? I mean, could you imagine that team?
Well, I think that we're about the ECCW title for right now. And Mr. Kennedy and... No, wait, yep, I think... No, wait a minute. These are the same two guys that went down in that ladder match. Well, not ladder, you know what I mean, but back to the corner hand. Wade Barrett now is in serious trouble.
All these guys, maybe with the exception of Batista, went through their fair share of hell at Barely Legal. Batista, I think, escaped with the least amount of damage of anybody. But I mean, all these men have got to be hurting for certain.
Oh boy, you got value. I bet you all of them paid a visit to the mayor. Mr. Kennedy now working on Wade Barrett. I pretty much bet you William Regal wants to get in it.
And William Regal's about to get in it, going up against a huge rival of his, Wade Barrett.
I tell you what, I mean, William Regal and Wade Barrett, I bet you they can't wait to get their hands on each other.
You know, I really...
The pride of England is on the line.
I mean, I think if anybody is going to carry their pride the most, it's William Regal, but I think the person that's going to come out on top of the two every time...
Wade Barrett, man, folks, Wade Barrett is mad as hell. We got the steel steps in the ring.
And I think the referee is going to allow this. That he should, being that we're on ECCW. I mean, but no...
He's getting rid of it, thank goodness.
I mean, how... If Wade was angry in the first place, imagine... He's got to be fuming at that referee after taking those steps out of the ring.
I mean, well, you got to understand, I don't blame either one of these men for being angry.
That huge European uppercut into a pinfall from William Regal.
I mean, a steel cage match is supposed to end with a winner. I mean, last time I checked, this ain't soccer where a match can end in penalty kicks. This is WEDF.
Well, you know, I think if Michael Cole had really thought it through, the most entertaining way they could have gone about this is Barrett versus Regal 2 in a cage, and the winner becoming the #1 contender. But I don't think either of those guys would make it out of that cage, because they kind of left it all in the ring at the pay-per-view.
And right now, William Regal is all over Batista. Boy, did you just hear that chop? My goodness.
Ric Flair woos echoing around the arena. I mean, you could hear that hand on the skin, the chest of Batista.
Yeah, he can hear that all the way up in the G seats. And now William Regal now throwing Batista to the turnbuckle. There's a tag. Get ready to see some more tag team work coming, folks.
Working on the ribs of Batista. Remember, at WrestleMania, Batista was last eliminated by William Regal to earn an ECCW title, the ECCW title shot at Lashing Back.
And then Batista went on to beat R-Truth in an Extreme Rules match. And ever since that point, he's been unstoppable. He only lost one match, and that was a tag match. And he wasn't even pinned. going back and forth. And now Batista in full control. Now Batista now. Ooh.
Those huge shoulder blocks. Mr. Kennedy has got to be feeling those even more than normally.
He's going to be feeling that in the morning, that's for sure.
Batista, definitely, I think of anybody in this match, he has the advantage. I mean, I think he's probably the best wrestler in this ring, and I mean, it's proven by his championship.
You got a value point, Gavin, and right now, Mr. Kennedy. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. And now Batista back in full control. Oh, what a DDT!
Huge spinebuster reversal into the DDT, and now tag to William Regal.
Here we go, folks.
William Regal quickening the pace of this match.
Oh, but Batista ain't gonna have that kind of body.
Taking it over to Barrett right away so that they can have some tag team action. Throwing him into the boot of Barrett.
Barrett, I tell you what, he's been waiting to get his hands on William Regal. And now Ray Barrett just punching away on William Regal. Both men, I tell you what, Gavin, both men gotta be sore.
Everybody's gotta be sore. I mean, definitely these two. I mean, they were in a steel cage match, but the commitment to want to win this championship is so great that every match that they're in leading up to Night of Champions, they're going to put it all on the line.
That is understandable. I mean, these two are just trading European uppercuts, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a very European exchange going on right now. Claudio Castagnoli would be proud.
Yeah, now if only if the Euro currency would be going like this.
It's amazing. Just clotheslines, European uppercuts, and that big backdrop. All of this huge exchange.
And now look at this now. Just William Regal and Ray Barrett. Just going back and forth in this thing.
Here are those "Let's Go Regal" chants.
And now Ray Barrett. Oh man. Ray Barrett now. Look like if I can make a tag. Here comes Batista. Batista in full control. Uh-oh. And William Regal just got slammed out of his mind. Batista's up to some. Going for the pin, folks. We got a 1, we got a 2, and good job by Mr. Kennedy to break up the pin.
We got to think Wade Barrett and Batista have the size advantage over William Regal in the triple threat. I mean, William Regal's the oldest. He's the smallest. I mean, you got to think that the odds are against him, against somebody as talented as Wade Barrett.
That may be so, but William Regal is a veteran, though. Gary, he's a veteran. And when you're a veteran, you know what to do in the ring. You know what it's like to fight. You don't give up, and that's what William Regal is.
Yeah, but
William Regal is just that tough.
You know where we got a lot of veterans now these days? Retirement homes.
Oh no! Here we go again. Regal's very dangerous.
As talented, dangerous as he is, you got to think about that arthritis, that bum hip that he's got. Maybe Wade Barrett doesn't have any of those problems. He's young.
Hey, he doesn't have any of those problems now. Wait till he gets older.
Well, I mean, by the time he's older, hopefully he's held that ECCW Championship maybe 5-6 times. That's all I can hope for Wade Barrett.
And right now, William Regal needs to make a tag, and here comes Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy now. Oh, this is the golden opportunity. Mr. Kennedy better take advantage of it. And oh my goodness. Wait a minute. This match is even. What did Mr. Kennedy advance this match?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it should become a fatal 4-way because I don't think it should. I think Mr. Kennedy should get a chance against whoever wins the triple threat at Night of Champions Extreme Rules.
Probably somewhere down the road you got value for. You got 1, and a 2, and Batista breaks the count. And the referee has lost control of this matchup once again. Man, this is unbelievable, folks. Now Mr. Kennedy and Ray Barrett getting it on. Shot to the back of the head. And wait a minute, Ray Barrett with the reversal. And
huge suplex.
Oh!
Well, just
my
adding
goodness.
insult towards William Regal. He didn't have to hit William Regal. He was proving a point by hitting William Regal. Now tag
That is
Batista.
true. Somewhere the Queen of England is not too happy.
Well, I think she should be happy with such a talented prodigal wrestler such as Wade Barrett. I think he perfectly personifies what's good about English.
But he just hit William Regal just a minute ago. That was a cheap shot.
He is one of the best English athletes, especially in professional wrestling. He's the David Beckham of ECCW.
David Beckham?
He's definitely got the talent on display. All he needs is a posh spice, and there you go.
David Beckham? But what's next? We're gonna change ECCW's theme song from Don't Underestimate My Heart to Ole, 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 and oh, nicely done right there by Wade Barrett.
Pump handle slam by Wade Barrett. You know, if he wins the championship, I'd like to see that. I think he should get just about anything he wants if he's champion.
Now wait a minute, he ain't no Brock Lesnar for crying out loud.
I think he could definitely go toe-to-toe with somebody like Lesnar. I mean, this guy's talented. I think that's something I'd like to see definitely in the future. Lesnar versus Barrett.
Meanwhile, back to the matchup at hand. Whoa! My goodness!
Look at this, setting up for the wasteland. This huge slam.
My goodness.
That's it.
That might be all she wrote. Wade Barrett. Now Wade Barrett just beating up on William Regal.
William Regal holding on for dear life on the rope.
We
And
got one,
look at
we
this.
got two, we got three. Match over.
Our future ECCW champion, Wade Barrett.
I'm gonna hold that up for debate, but this was a good victory for them. They did a very good job in this matchup. Both Batista and Wade Barrett showed that yes, they can work as a team, but not in terms of three rules, Garrett. Teamwork is gonna go right up out the window.
Well, I mean, we got a huge show next week. We got all these three men in singles action in that huge beat the clock challenge, and this could be the very ending of it with Wade Barrett winning it. Not to mention that we could have a new boss here on ECCW. Jim Ross might be taking over for Michael Cole, and I really hope that he does, because I'm starting to get sick of Michael Cole.
Wade Barrett, he picked this squad tonight. Can he do it at Night of Champions? Only time will tell. This was a good victory for him right here tonight. One awesome victory for this team.
Batista celebrating Wade Barrett's victory. I mean, Wade Barrett, he should be hitting a wasteland on Batista right now. He should be proving his point, picking his spot.
Wait! Oh!
Batista did it before Barrett could, and look at this huge spine buster. He's going to be setting up for the Batista bomb.
Uh-oh!
Come on, Barrett.
This ain't good. Oh no!
Barrett, come on.
Oh!
Oh!
The Batista bomb!
Batista saying, I'm still ECCW champion, and I am for a reason.
And folks, this has been a wonderful night. We'll see you on down the road. Until then, good night, everyone.
Also, but.